everyone, it's Leilani for God, and I'm back with another video. So in this video, we're going to do an update to the last video that I did about Ally Carter Exposed, What They're Not Telling You. In that video, I went over a lot of little details that people had overlooked. And the reason why I did that is to bring clarity to the confusion. There is a lot of confusion around Ally Carter's situation because a lot of truth has been blended with lies. And when people get on social media and they mix truth with lies, they should be looked at a little bit closer to see if their intentions are true, if their intentions are pure, and if their intentions are good for the general public. In Ally Carter's case, her speaking up for missing children is a good cause. But when we look a little deeper, Ally's situation seems to fit the conditions that she's trying to expose. It appears that Ally Carter herself could be with a predator in the form of Shelley Carter. And so in the pursuit of trying to get to the bottom of the truth or the falseness of that situation. Sorry guys, I was just doing a sound check in the background. The point is, we have to look at the situation from all sides possible. And that means being honest about the possibility that even Ally could be not telling the truth, right? We need to look at the possibility that Ally, when she talks about children being trafficked, is she talking about the person that she's with, Shelley Carter? Because Ally says when you see children who are out there, they could be with their abusers. You walk by them every day. You walk past them every day. And we see that Ally has no personal freedom, even though she's about to turn 31 years old. She should have the personal freedom to go live on her own. She should have the personal freedom to not be with Shelley 24/7. At the age of 31, I had already had my master's degree, was into my career, had my own apartment since I was in my early 20s. So the fact that Ally is turning 31 and she has no freedom and no independence from Shelley would indicate that she's not fully functioning as an adult should. There are a lot of people on social media who are bringing awareness to missing children and trafficking of children and all of that. Like on social media, on YouTube, on all social media platforms. Ally is not the only one. But the fact that she keeps saying that she's the only one would indicate that she has unresolved issues. In the last video I did, I talked about the mental health issues. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about it, but I'm also going to talk about the fact that King World, who has been representing her mother, Miss LaRonda Outlaw, he's turned on the mother, which I talked to you guys in my last video about the fact that King World is a career criminal. He's been arrested 91 times. He got out of jail a little over 10 years ago. He immediately got on YouTube and started stalking, doxing, and harassing Black female YouTubers, releasing nude pictures on them, hacking into their computers and cell phones. And he also has other women who dated him who came forward and said that they used to send him money. And when they stopped, he cursed them out, went live on YouTube and started airing out all their business and releasing their new photos. So since World has been on YouTube, he's been a nuisance. Multiple women, at least 4 Black women that I have counted, have gotten police paperwork on World News over the past 3 to 4 years. He is a dangerous criminal who has not healed, been rehabilitated, or changed, but he's the person representing Ally's mother. So this has added more problems on top of the problems that already existed. In this video, I'm going to show you guys the proof and the receipts of everything that I'm saying. I'm just giving you guys an idea of where this video is going and giving a couple of minutes for people to join the live so that they can be aware that this predator named World News is actually going at people who are doing the best that they can to bring awareness to the fact that Ally Carter is either not telling the truth about her situation or is being trafficked by Shelley Carter, the woman who she goes on live with, or needs to be reunited with her biological mother, LaRonda Outlaw, so that she can get the mental health care that she needs to deal with the reality that she's about to turn 31 years old and she needs to have a life of her own. And being an advocate for child trafficking is not a reason to live in a car with a woman who's not your mother, appearing to be very sickly, stressed out, and possibly on drugs. So there's a lot to unpack here. Let's get into it. First of all, I want to say that there is a YouTuber who has taken realistic measures to try to locate Allie Carter. That YouTuber is Danny Robertson. There are a lot of YouTubers covering Allie Carter, and honestly, the only person that I see that has taken an action that makes sense to me, again, as I said in my last video, I work as a mental health and substance abuse counselor. So I'm thinking at this point, there needs to be some intervention from the level of social service, nonprofit organizations, as well as the police potentially, and things like that. The only person that I see who's contacted a social service organization that actually works for the purpose of assisting adults who may be being abused, the only person I've seen who actually called an adult protective service organization is Danny Robinson. So I'm going to give her credit and her props. That's how you begin to track an adult, right? You want to find out if this adult has special needs or if they have a mental health issue and they're being taken advantage of by other adults. We need to find that person and do what's called a wellness check. Okay. So Danny Robinson is the only person saying that. And the reason why I'm saying this, I don't want to bring Danny Robinson into any drama or anything like that. I'm saying it because King World is not a person who has a professional mindset. He's not treating Allie Carter's mother with care, with compassion, with empathy, because he doesn't have those things. He himself is a dangerous predator. Okay. After doing all those years in jail, 13 years in jail, he's been out for the past 10 years. He's only been on YouTube. He has not gotten a trade, a job, a skill, or anything that will put him in a position to be a provider for all of his children, a provider for the women that he lives with and lives off of, to be a protector of the women and children that he has interacted with since he's been out of jail. He's just using these women for a place to stay, and then he gets online and flirts with other women. That's how he gets their nude pictures and then releases them to the public when they stop sending him money. That's called blackmail and extortion. So this is the type of person that Allie Carter's mother, her real biological mother, has chosen to align herself with, instead of YouTubers who actually do investigative journalism, research to get to the bottom of the problem, like for Danny Robinson, for example. I also want to talk about another platform called Too Strong, the number 2 and the word strong. They have said that they can locate Allie Carter. Okay. So basically, I want Allie Carter's mother, LaRonda Outlaw, to work with the platform Too Strong. Because if they can locate Allie, okay, and I've watched their videos on Allie, they have exposed that they believe Allie's not telling the full truth and that Shelly is her handler and the person who's trafficking Allie. So this is why I put in my title that Allie's army is trafficking Allie, because they're sitting there giving them financial and moral support, Allie's army. And they're not questioning, why is Allie 31 years old living in a van instead of on her own with a job or a career where she can actually be an adult? Why is she permanently tied to Shelly Carter? Also on Too Strong's platform, they revealed that Shelly Carter is giving medication to Allie. That's very strange. The question is, does Shelly Carter have the credentials? Is she a licensed psychiatrist or a licensed registered nurse to be administering medication to Allie Carter? And this could be why Allie is not able to function as an independent individual on her own. So there's a lot that's happened since I did my video on Allie Carter about a week ago. I've been watching people's content as much as I can here and there, and I've been picking up on some things that have been disturbing that now make me truly believe that Allie's Army and Shelley are the ones who are trafficking Allie Carter. And Allie is telling us in a coded message type of way by saying, you see children with their abusers every day. When you walk past people in public, you see kids that are with their abusers. I believe Allie's talking about herself at this point, now that more information has come out. And I believe that the Too Strong platform is the ones who are able to professionally locate Allie Carter. And that's what her mother really wants to happen. Allie's mother needs to get away from King World and get with Too Strong. Get with people who are professional, who are calm, who are rational. They're on Allie's mom's side. They agree with Allie's mother. Okay. And they've also called out discrepancies in Allie Carter's story, which I have as well. In my last video, I proved to y'all the two main arguments that people make in favor of Allie Carter. I proved it to y'all that it was false. I showed y'all that the first proof that people was using that Allie was telling the truth, they said that Allie was in the We Run This Town video. I showed you guys proof where you could find on YouTube where Allie said out of her own mouth that she's not in the video. So that's the first proof that most people in public are using. Allie said that was false. So Allie debunked that she's in that video. She's not in that video. That person just happens to look like her. The second proof that I showed y'all in my last video that Allie Carter is not really being trafficked is somebody posted a short of a woman who looks just like Allie Carter. The woman looked just like her. And she was behind Will Smith at the VMAs. So people posted that on social media and said, look, here's proof. Allie's being trafficked by the elites and the celebrities. Look, she's behind Will Smith. I showed you guys the date was on that video. It said that happened in 1997 at the VMAs or something like that. In 1997, Allie would have only been like 3 years old. So that couldn't have been her. That was a woman who looked very much like Allie Carter, just like the woman in the We Run This Town video looked like Allie Carter. So the things that people are using as proof that Allie is really telling the truth are things that's not true. Going by Allie Carter's word, it's iffy because Allie's with Shelley and Allie cannot ever be away from Shelley. Allie can never talk on her own away from Shelley. She's always under Shelley's control. So this is why we need a wellness check on Allie. And this is why I agree with Danny Robinson's work. This is exactly what's needed to happen. We have to get Allie away from Shelley and ask her some reasonable, logical questions. Okay? Because some of the things Allie have said don't make sense. How do you know that you was abused when you was 3 months old? Now, there are criminal-minded people who do abuse, unfortunately, babies. However, how would Allie know something happened to her at 3 months old? Allie says Tupac is her father. The timeline does not add up. If you do the math, Tupac died in like 94, 30 years ago. I mean, it's just not adding up, okay? Another thing is that Allie talks about she personally was in certain situations in which she named a lot of big celebrities. And she says she was in those bad situations when she was like really young, like under the age of 10. And in order for that to be true, that means that she would have been away from her mother. But her mother was able to prove that Allie had been in her care up until Allie was like a teenager. Okay, somewhere between like 14 and 16 is when the mother lost Allie to the foster care system. So Allie said all of these terrible things happened to her at 3 months and 10 years old and 6 years old. She was a little kid on a table getting used by celebrities. The mother did not lose custody of Allie until Allie was a teenager. So that kills all of Allie's stories right there. And the mother did show receipts and proof and pictures of her child, Allie, growing up in her care to prove that there's no way Allie was a little kid sitting on a table getting used by celebrities. All right, guys, I'm going to get into how world news turned on the mother. I just wanted to give you guys a background story for all of the people who didn't watch my last video. So let's get into it. All right. Thank you for everybody who joined the live. Hi, Long Gone. Thank you so much for all of your support. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Yes Nails. Hi, everybody who's here. I'm going to do my best to look at the chat as much as I can because it's a lot of information to get through. It's very disturbing. It's not going to be good. It's bad news. I'm sorry, guys. I'm uncomfortable to deliver bad news, but unfortunately, the truth has to be told, and a lot of people are lying. So I feel compelled to bring some clarity to a whole bunch of lies. So another part of the story that causes confusion, this content creator, OKP, he did a video with Allie Carter's biological sister, Keisha White. Allie Carter's biological mother, Miss Outlaw, specifically said that this is her daughter, Keisha White. Okay, so Allie's real mother has confirmed that this interview that OKP did with Keisha White was in fact her daughter. Okay, so this is a real biological sister of Allie Carter, Tori Outlaw. All right, I watched the whole interview. He interviewed the sister. The sister says that the mother, the real biological mother, Miss Outlaw, okay, the black woman, according to Keisha White, Miss Outlaw was an abusive parent, verbally and physically. Okay. Keisha White said that Miss Outlaw had said some very hurtful, violent threats to her. She claims that she was physically beat. She claims that Allie Carter was not physically beat, but was verbally abused by the biological mother, Miss Outlaw. So when we look at the situation, why is Allie choosing to be with Shelly instead of going back home to her biological mother? According to Keisha White, the mom is verbally and physically abusive. So to address that real quick, let me say this. I'm going to give you guys a quick example. I have a friend, she had a whole bunch of pills in her house, like from surgeries that she had. Her daughter, her teenage daughter, got into her medical supply and started taking the pills because they were like drugs. It was like opiates and muscle relaxants and all type of stuff. My friend called me because she knows I work in the field of mental health and substance abuse counseling. She said, my daughter's taking pills. She's hooked. She's hanging out with the kids in the neighborhood. They're all taking pills. And they live in a wealthy neighborhood, right? I'm black, my friends are black, but she lived in a white neighborhood. So her daughter was hanging out with the white kids and they were having pill parties because the white kids were also able to get pills from their parents as well. So she said, oh, what can I do? I said to her, I said, you the one who brought the pills in the house. The only way you're going to convince your daughter to go to rehab is if you go with her. Now, I was not accusing my friend of being a drug addict. Obviously, if my friend had a lot of surgeries, which she did, and she had all those pills left over, she wasn't taking all of the pills. So I'm not telling her you need to go to rehab with your daughter because you're a drug addict. I'm telling her you need to go to rehab with your daughter because that's the only way she's going to listen to you and take it from you. And so I want to say the same thing to Allie's mom, her biological mother. If there was verbal abuse in the household, if there was physical abuse in the household, mom, Miss Outlaw, you need to acknowledge that and you need to work on your relationship with Keisha White. When Keisha White was speaking on this platform of this YouTuber and this interview on the screen right now, she sounded like she still loves you and has hope for a reconciliation. I know it's hard to hear people criticize you in public, especially on social media. Nobody likes to be criticized or exposed. But I believe Miss Outlaw, honestly, I'm speaking directly to Miss LaRonda Outlaw, Tori's mother, Keisha White's mother. Ma'am, I believe that if you go to family therapy and you work through your relationship with Keisha White and be honest about what you did do wrong, and I'm not saying you did everything wrong, but just the things that you did do wrong. If you was verbally and physically abusive to your kids, I would not fault you for that because you had 6 kids, the fathers wasn't there, you were stressed out and overwhelmed. However, you still have to get healing for that. So I believe if the biological mother, Miss Outlaw, goes for therapy with Keisha White and gets that relationship straight, that she will be able to then appeal to Allie Carter because Keisha White and Allie Carter, as sisters, maintain contact after Allie left Miss Outlaw's house. So I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Keisha maintained communication with Allie after Allie left Miss Outlaw's home. So Keisha and Allie are close. So if Keisha and Miss Outlaw go to therapy, family therapy, work through their issues, and reunite, that could be the key to convincing Allie Carter to come home to them. But as long as Miss Outlaw stays at odds with Keisha White, that proves Allie Carter's point that she does not want to return home because it was an abusive home. Everybody needs healing and therapy that's involved in this situation. And if nobody's willing to admit that they did anything wrong, that's why everyone is avoiding everybody and staying scattered and away from each other, which is putting them all in situations with predators. Miss Outlaw is over there with Predator World News. Allie is over there with Predator Shirley Carter. And Keisha White is on the internet with people who's talking bad. Okay, this same creator on the screen who interviewed Keisha White, he talked so bad about Allie Carter and her biological mother, LaRonda Outlaw. That's not who you want to interview with, somebody who talks so bad about your family members. Okay? King Payne went live on his channel and said that Allie Carter's mother looked like a crackhead and she was filming from her car because she doesn't have a house. Those things was not true. First of all, Allie Carter's mother does not look like a crackhead. She has good weight on her. Her skin is clear. She don't have no what is it called? Marks, like when you get old, wrinkles. The mom has no wrinkles. The mother does not look like a crackhead. And the funny thing is, right after King Payne said all of those nasty, harsh comments about Miss Outlaw, he had to take a flight and he was in California and he had to fly over the fire zone. And he went live crying from the airplane because he felt like the plane was going to go down. And I'm like, it's funny. The last video you did, you talked so bad about Allie Carter's mother, calling her a crackhead, which was absolutely not true. And the next video you doing, you on a plane that's about to go down in the flames of fire. Watch your mouth. These men get on YouTube and they attack Black women because they believe Black women are soft targets. But the point I'm trying to make to y'all is that the people that Allie Carter, her biological mother, Miss Outlaw, and her biological sister, Keisha White, they're all have run away from each other and they're all confiding in predators. None of them have run to people who are good people, who are righteous people, who are holy people, who are God-fearing people. They run into people who absolutely don't really believe in God because none of their lifestyles reflect any belief in God. And that's why the situation is not getting better. They are using the wrong methods. Now, back to me being a mental health and substance abuse counselor, I know what type of tools that they need to apply to get their lives on track. But see, people don't listen to somebody like me who believes in God and who's a professional. They go run around all over the place and deal with a whole bunch of devil worshipers. And they wonder why the situation only creates more chaos and confusion. This platform, Too Strong, these two brothers, they say that they're Christian. They speak calmly, rationally, professionally. They say that they can locate Allie. Okay? I have watched some of their videos on Allie. They said that they tried to reach out to the mother. In their videos that they did on Allie, they said the mother doesn't want to work with them. Why? The mother claims to be Christian. She talk about Jesus just like Allie, right? But she's sitting over there with World News, who don't believe in God nor Jesus. I saw Allie's mom on a live stream last night. This is when all the beef jumped off between World and the mother. I'm going to show it to you guys in a few minutes. But the platform the mother was sitting on, the man told her he don't believe in God. Okay? So if Allie's mother keeps getting on YouTube, which she does, the mother keeps saying, I just want to find Allie. I just want to find Allie. I just want to find Allie. This platform, Too Strong, two Christian men have said they can locate Allie. They have also said they know of somebody who will help her get a lawyer and a private investigator. Why is Allie's mother not working with this platform? You said you want to locate Allie. They said they can locate Allie. Why is the mother all over the place with people who don't believe in God? Too Strong has done a number of videos on Allie Carter. Okay, I just took the screenshot. 1, 2, 3 videos. They have more videos on Allie Carter on their platform in which they have repeatedly said they 100% agree with the mother. They're not against the mother. A lot of platforms are talking very bad against the mother. They want to help her locate Allie. This is the bottom line. Stop talking for 50. Allie Carter's mom has talked on World's platform for how many hours do we work in a week? 40 to 50 hours? She's been on World News platform at least that long. She was on the platform I'm going to show you guys in a few minutes. She was on that platform for about 4 hours last night. I woke up in the middle of the night because I couldn't sleep. It was like 2 a.m. where I'm at. I opened up YouTube, just scrolling, just watching anything to fall back asleep. And it was in my algorithm that she was live on this other platform of the man who told her he don't believe in God. And she sat up there for a good 4 hours. And that's how her and World fell out. I'm going to show y'all all of this in a couple of minutes. But I'm just giving y'all the backstory on how Allie's mom is not accepting the help from this platform that says they can help her locate Allie. They can help her with a lawyer, with a private investigator, or professional services. So the question is, why isn't Allie's biological mom going with these people? I'm just reading the comments to see what you guys are saying. I feel bad for Miss Outlaw too. I agree with you guys. I agree. Long on, they're taking advantage of Allie and her mom. I agree. That's right. The mom does look stable and healthy. I couldn't believe it when that YouTuber says she looked like a crackhead. And real quick, I just want to say this too. I think it's so wrong. The mom is always held to the highest standard of taking care of the kids, but the father being absent, not sending no money, not picking up the child to spend time with them, never giving the mother a break. Nobody's saying that. This guy sat up there and said all type of horrible, terrible things about Shelly's mom. He didn't have one word to say about the father. Okay? He said he called her mom all type of promiscuous whores type of women. Oh, she's loose. She got more than one baby daddy. Okay, you know what? If that's true, if she does have more than one baby daddy, that means that she should have been getting sufficient child support from them to care for their kids. That means they should have been picking up their kids a couple of times a week to give her a break so that she don't always have 6 kids under her one care. I don't care how many baby daddies she has. Why is he only degrading the mother and completely ignoring the fact that the fathers have responsibilities to help the mother raise the kids too? That's what's messed up to me. Anyway, this is the platform that I happened to come across late at night and find out that World was attacking the mom. This guy's platform is called Great Vibes. From the tone of his voice, I'm not even going to get into that. The point is, he was interviewing Allie's mom, real biological mother, late, like 2:00 in the morning this morning. I happened to wake up at that time, couldn't go back to sleep, scrolled on YouTube. His live was there. He has done a number of videos on Allie in the past 2 weeks. Allie lied about being sex trafficked. Allie lied about everything. Allie Carter, biological mother, says Allie Carter is lying. His platform is called Great Vibes. I'm not trying to drag him simply because he said to Allie's mom he don't believe in God. But he has repeatedly used World News clips and given World News shout outs on his channel when he has covered the Allie Carter story. Okay. There are a lot of YouTubers covering Ally Carter. But this guy specifically gave credit to World News. And so the fact that World News is mad, okay, the truth is World is mad that Ally Carter's mother, LaRonda Outlaw, went on this platform, Great Vibes, about 2 o'clock this morning and gave him an interview. That's why World is mad. Okay? Now, I told y'all in my last video, and I told y'all in all the videos I've done exposing World News, that he's criminally insane. Okay? So now he flipped his wig. He went crazy. And after 2 o'clock this morning, World News saw that Ally Carter's mother was doing an interview with Great Vibes. World went live and made a video cursing Ally Carter's mother out and convincing his platform that Ally Carter's mother told him to STFU, which means shut the fuck up, which never happened. Both this platform holder, Great Vibes, and the mother, LaRonda Outlaw, they were saying, literally, LaRonda Outlaw said during her interview with this guy, Great Vibes, the mom said, I only go to World News. That is my home. World News is my home. They are the only ones helping me. She said the only reason I agreed to come on your platform, Great Vibes, is because you have given World News credit in your videos. She said that's the only reason I'm over here talking to you is because you're cool with World News. And World News still went live and cursed her out because he felt like she should not be given no interviews to no other platforms. The mother said she could not sleep. She woke up and started scrolling YouTube. And she noticed that this platform, Great Vibes, was live talking about her daughter. So she clicked on his live and she heard the people that he was talking to on his panel. They were talking bad about Ally Carter. They were saying she's stupid, she's ugly, she's a liar. And the mother said the reason that she got upset is because as a mother, she have said harsh things about Ally. However, as a family member, you never want to see other people that's not in your family talking bad about a member of your family. Okay? So the mother felt like, I can't sit here and let strangers talk bad about my child. I'm not going to be okay with that. That is the reason why the mother called in to his show. Okay? And this is the reason why now World News is angry with the mother. He feels like she should not be calling into other people's shows. She should only be interviewing with me. And that's very sick because if the mother is trying to locate her daughter, this is a missing child's case. We need as many YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagrammers, whatever platform people are on, Facebookers, everybody should be trying to find Shelly and Ally and find out if Ally needs an intervention to separate her from Shelly and find out if she's on drugs, if she has a mental health issue, and what she needs to do to become an independent adult. The fact that people are just thinking that this is just an issue about children being trafficked in general is not the case. This is much bigger and deeper than that. But the point I'm trying to make is World got mad because the mother gave this guy an interview. But the only reason the mother gave this guy an interview is because he had people on his panel that were talking bad about her daughter. So she clicked on to say, don't do that. Don't do that. Right? And the mother has a right to click on any panel that she wants to click on. But the fact that World News is mad at her because of that, it shows an immaturity on his part. All right. So again, exactly. I'm looking at the comments now. Sherry Lynn says she's grown. And then Sunkiss Melanin says she still loves her daughter. Sunkiss says, I knew he would do that to her. Exactly. I wanted to say it in my last video that I did. Long Gone says to me, Shelly acts like a handler predator. I agree, Long Gone, because you can never see Ally without Shelly. And then the sister, Keisha White, when she gave the interview on King Payne's channel, the sister said that Shelly Carter has kissed Allie in the mouth and that Shelly is giving Allie Carter prescription pills and calling them chill pills. And the sister said that once she told Allie and Shelly, y'all's relationship is inappropriate because she saw Shelly go into the bathroom with Allie when Allie was taking a bath. Now, if Allie is a 30-year-old woman, does she need another adult woman in a room with her while she takes a bath? So it goes to show that Shelly is controlling Allie to a degree that a 30-year-old person should not be controlled. Okay, whether they're telling the truth or not, Allie should not be controlled to the point where she can't take a bath on her own, to where she's being forced to take medication, to where she can never go live by herself. That's too much control to have over a 30-year-old adult. All right, guys, let me stop rambling and get back to the video. All right, so the platform that caused, this is the reason why World News turned on Allie Carter's mother. Okay, I'm getting into the details of that right now. Allie Carter's mother is dropping receipts. This is the video where World News joined the live. And you see, I took the screenshot 21 hours ago. Like I said, this happened at 2 a.m. this morning. Right now, it's about 11 p.m. where I'm at. So all of this drama popped off at 2 o'clock this morning. It hasn't even been 24 hours since World turned on Allie's biological mother. Okay, so anyway, this is the video where it happened. Channel, great vibes. Allie Carter and Shelly is still lying. Miss Outlaw is dropping receipts. Okay, so here's a screenshot from the live chat. Like I said, I happened to wake up at 2 a.m. I couldn't sleep. I started scrolling YouTube. I saw this. I clicked on it. I listened. And all of this stuff started popping off. So it's just very interesting that I happened to come across this information because I'm not subscribed to his channel. It says Allie Carter's mother is dropping receipts. At the top of the live chat replay, you see King World there saying, "Is this a recording?" And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, why is he saying, is it a recording? They were clearly live. Then Sunkissed Melanin was in that live. She said, I think King World has the drop on them whenever they start moving again. Someone else says, hi, King. So there are people in the live who know that this is a platform that's friendly to World, and they're acknowledging World. They're being friendly to him, right? So World is just being hostile because he has a criminal mind. He doesn't have the mental capacity to think things through and evaluate information that's in front of him. As soon as he heard that the mother gave an interview to another platform, he lost his shit. He immediately became angry and hostile and started attacking Miss Outlaw. At the bottom of this screenshot of the live chat, another commenter said, hey, King World is in this live. And he put a question mark because he's questioning, is this a recording? This is another proof that his mental is not good. He has a very weak and fragile mental mentality. Okay. And the funny thing is, he thinks he's intelligent. He thinks he's an intellectual. First of all, for him to even come into the live and ask, is this a recording? It was obvious that they were live. So the fact that he even asked that question goes to show he's not all there mentally. The man was live streaming from TikTok, and he was using an app that allowed him to go live from his TikTok and also be live on YouTube at the same time. There's a lot of YouTubers that are able to set up their lives so that they're live on multiple platforms at the same time. So World's inability to figure that out on his own, even though he's been on YouTube for more than 10 years, and he still couldn't figure out that the man was live on another platform and streaming it to YouTube. All right. So right away, World came into the chat not understanding what was going on. And he chose, instead of trying to figure it out, to become ignorant and angry and hostile. In the next screenshot, King World is saying, hang on, did she say if someone gonna help her? And here's where he says, So she's telling me to STFU, shut the fuck up. Okay. At that point in the live, both the mother and the platform holder, they had praised King World a number of times. They had said so many times, shout out to King World. Thank you to King World. That's the only platform I go on. They had already given him praise so many times. The way he came into this live acting like he was angry and upset, it just goes to show that something is deeply wrong with him and it's not godly. This is a demonic spirit. Why are you angry at people who have repeatedly given you praise in the course of this live show? She never told World to STFU, to shut the fuck up. What the mother had said was, if people are on YouTube talking bad about my daughter, they need to shut the fuck up. The mom was saying, I can talk bad about my daughter, but I don't want other people talking bad about my daughter. And the mother was only saying that to explain that's the reason why she clicked Good Vibes link. That's it. That's all. So for World to say, she's telling me to shut the fuck up. No, World, she wasn't talking to you. She was talking to the general public. So the fact that he took that as a personal attack on him, and that's what spiraled him out of control to go live and attack her once again, shows that he is the person who's mentally lacking. And that's the problem. He's like in his 40s or 50s. When you get old and you don't invest in yourself, he'd been in jail for 13 years. Why didn't he go to college in jail? Why didn't he get, when he got out of jail, why didn't he get into a trade or a field? There are a few trades and fields that's open to ex-convicts where they can make money. Like trucking is one of them. He can make 6 figures a year driving trucks, but he chooses to sit on YouTube for free because he gets to attack other people. And that shows that he's not rehabilitated. He's still very criminally minded. The problem is people don't see through him, and they don't see through him because they don't believe in God. If they had a relationship with God, they will understand that he is a demonic spirit and a predator. People who can't see through him are stuck in his illusion because that's it. That's it. You have to have a relationship with God in order to see things clearly and for what they are, period. Anyway, so World News puts in the comment section, live, while the mother and Great Vibes are chatting, King World. So she's telling me to shut the fuck up. And then he goes, okay, I will be live shortly. Okay. So he's lying. He completely made up a story that the mother told him to shut the fuck up. And he immediately says, okay, I will be live shortly. All of this happened in less than 3 minutes. World clicked on the live. He was like, is this live or is this a recording? Oh, she told me to shut the fuck up. Okay, I'm going to be going live about this shortly. He escalated in less than 3 minutes. And meanwhile, his whole story that he was fabricating in those 3 minutes was all a lie. He likes to be angry. He likes to be upset. He likes to attack people. He loves to attack Black women because he perceives Black women as soft targets that he can just beat up on with no consequences. Okay. So then King World writes in a comment, I'm glad I was up. You just clicked on their live and you assuming they talking bad about you and you talking about you're glad you were up. You didn't even take the time to listen to the live to get the whole story. And this is why this is criminally insane. He's been on YouTube for more than 10 years. You would think that by now he would know I need to listen to the backstory before I make a conclusion. But the fact that he is this criminal minded after more than 10 years on YouTube, he still can't figure out that I need to get more information before I overreact. That shows you he's brain dead. King World, okay, I will be live shortly. I'm glad I was up. He says, nah. Okay, so the person who's running the live, Great Vibe, says, King World, do you want to come up? So the man invited World to join the panel because he sees that World is freaking out in the comment section. He went from 0 to 100 in less than 3 minutes. So King World says, nah, ask her to clarify that statement about helping her. And the content creator, Great Vibe, says King World got it. The woman and the man had already given King World praise multiple times throughout the live. King World clicked on the live at a moment where the mother was addressing the audience. He chose to make it a personal issue about himself. Why? The truth is, he was mad that she was giving an interview to somebody else. That's it. So he created a problem so he would have an excuse to attack her, because he don't want her to interview with anybody else. Now, if this was really about finding Allie and bringing her home, he should want the mom to interview on every platform possible, on every social media outlet possible. The way their world is trying to control a mother only goes to show that he is a selfish, greedy, self-absorbed criminal, as he's always been, because he doesn't make money from any skills or talents. He makes money from blackmailing, extorting, and pressuring, harassing, stalking Black women. That's how he makes his money. You have the moderator for the channel, Queen Deva, talking about, hey, King. So you have a Black woman who can't even pick up that what world is doing in the comment section is 100% wrong. If she's a moderator for this channel, that means that she's been listening to this live long enough to know that nobody attacked world and that his behavior in the comment section is that of a wild animal. He is uncivilized. And I don't understand why people keep supporting that. I don't understand. Why are people sitting there acting like there's nothing wrong with his behavior? I think that in order for these type of situations to be dealt with, everybody has to be willing to say, you know what? This is wrong. I'm not going to support this. This isn't fair. But people sit there and they try to coddle and help and support and donate to the wrong people. They send all their money and spend hours online with the most devil worshiping people they could find. All right, guys, I'm just going to check the comments real quick and see how you guys are doing, because I feel like I'm talking now. I'm going off subject a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay. Long Gone says we're in spiritual warfare. Sunkiss says he went to the channel and then said he was mad that Kulu started her a GoFundMe. Sunkiss, thank you for giving me that comment in real time. That's crazy, because Kulu is his right-hand man. Kulu is the one who helps him and supports him stalking and doxing Black women on YouTube, and Black women who are innocent, Black women who are not criminals. He's been stalking, doxing, harassing innocent Black women who ain't never did nothing to him except stop sending him money. And Kulu didn't say nothing. Kulu sit there and help him, agree with him, and shadows him. So it's interesting that he's mad because Kulu started her a GoFundMe, because Kulu's been his right-hand man. So it's all right. Cheryl Lynn, I'm reading your comment. I was just about to say what you said. World is trying to control the situation. Right. Long gone. People go to jail and they supposed to get training. I love Too Strong, says Chastity. Salute. Thank you, Chastity. He kept saying, so you really not going to answer me? Okay. Exactly, Sunkiss. And that's the point I'm trying to make. He's so mentally ill and criminally insane. Just because you go in somebody's live and 3 minutes goes by and nobody notices you, you shouldn't have a temper tantrum, break down, and go on your platform and start cursing them out. The same way I'm taking breaks every few minutes to read the comments is the same thing other YouTubers do. It might be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes before I take time to try to scroll through the comments and interact with you guys. Just because they didn't see his comments immediately, he had a whole meltdown and went on his platform and cursed them out. Brat says, yes, he's defending the mama. I don't like him much. Exactly. Yep, exactly. He attacks women. He is rude. What'd he say to her? He deleted the live, Brat. I'm going to show y'all proof. Okay, Sunkiss already told y'all. He went and deleted the live. Yes, Cheryl Lynn, that's the problem. And I bet he knows all of her personal information too. That can be scary. She's not familiar with social media. Exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing. The world is the type of person. He will take all your personal information, air it out on social media. He will sit there and show everything. He will. Why? Because you did one thing that he didn't like, and most of the time he's wrong. Just like he turned on the mother this time. He's completely wrong, but he went live and started cursing her out. And like you said, he got all of her personal information. Who knows what's going to happen to her? Because other people on YouTube have accused him of hacking into their cell phones and their laptops. He might start hacking her, messing up her electronics, stalking, doxing her, just try to make her life a living hell off of YouTube that we would never know is happening just because she gave an interview to another YouTuber. Okay. Somebody here in the comments says, no, bro, she's not talking about you to King World. Okay, so he's freaking out in the comments, and people are trying to be nice to him, like, hey, World, oh, look, World's here. And some people are trying to reason with him. They're like, no, bro, she's not talking about you. Guess what? He still went live and cursed her out. So he's wrong. He's making up a story to attack her, and he's not listening to other people in the comments who's being nice to him, try to slow him down. No, he's determined to go and attack the mother. So he's telling the content creator, ask her to clarify that statement about helping her. Once again, the mother was talking about the general public. She wasn't talking about World at that point. King World says, so you not going to ask the question and been playing my videos? So mind you, look at the screenshot. At the top, World is saying, nah, ask her to clarify what statement about people helping her. The content creator says, got it. Okay, just not even 1 minute later, World says, so you're not going to ask the question and been playing my videos? Cool, gotcha. Don't stream my videos on your channel and we good. So because the man did not immediately ask Miss Outlaw the question that World put in the comment section about helping her, less than 1 minute later, World is saying to the content creator, oh, so you're not going to ask the question? Stop playing my videos on your channel. He didn't even give the man 5 minutes, 3 minutes to ask the question. What is wrong with him? I already told y'all, he's criminally minded. He has an extensive history of arrests with hard drugs, pills that are like heroin laced, like all type of hard drugs. All of these things is why World's brain is dead. He needs to go to extensive therapy. He needs a lot of therapy. He is not healed. He is a criminally minded individual who is terrorizing people on social media because he's sick and he needs treatment more than Allie Carter, more than Allie Carter's mother. The most sickest person in this equation is World. He's sick. So he gets mad. He tells the content creator, don't stream my videos on your channel and we good. Then he says, somebody put a comment. They said, this is not a pissing contest. Then he says, okay, I got my answer. And if anyone stream videos, their channel will be flagged. So this channel holder who's been giving World News his props and his praise, World is threatening to take down his channel if he shows any more of his content, just because he's mad that the man interviewed the woman. Okay, so somebody wrote in the comment section, fair use. World himself streams other people's content under fair use. But because he can't control the conversation that these two people are having, even though they praised him 100 times in a row, it's not good enough to him. He's going to strike them and flag them down and try to take down their content. What happened to saving the kids? What happened to saving Allie Carter? If the mother goes on other platforms to save her daughter, why are you trying to take that away from her? Why are you trying to prevent her from spreading the word? Okay, this is proof that World News is not about helping kids. He calls himself King World, but he's a king of nothing. He has nothing. He lives off of women. He lives with a woman and he stays on YouTube 20 hours a day. Okay, and then he's up at 2 o'clock in the morning after he already been on YouTube all day long. Get a real job, make real money, pay your child support. He has had court problems because he has not paid child support. YouTube is not enough money, sir. You live off of a woman, sir. Get a job. Okay. Focus your full-time 40 hours a week on providing for your kids and the woman you live off of. That's your first order of business, World. not being on YouTube harassing Black women and bullying people into sending you money. Anyway, moving on. All right, so from this screenshot, people are saying somebody tried to reason with him, Queen Dova, King World, they got apprehended, but just let her come up to handle it, check them. All right, so people trying to coddle World News instead of telling him, you're crazy, you're insane, you're angry for no good reason, you need to get out of here with that bullshit. People trying to befriend him and coddle him and trying to explain to him, he's sick. Get him out of the equation. You're never going to find Allie using a predator like World News. Allie specifically said she knows that World News has a history of beating the shit out of women. Okay, how you going to get a man who beats up on women, who has women on YouTube giving video testimony that he beat up on her and that he's a drug addict, and then you think he's really cares about finding Allie Carter? No, all he cares about is clicks and views, so he can get donations for his drug money. When are y'all going to pick this up? You could tell by listening to his voice. It's not a Holy Spirit in that body. All right, guys, I'm gonna skip through this because I think y'all already get the point of what happened and when it happened. It happened in that video, in that comment section. World News went crazy because the woman was given an interview to a different platform other than his. That's it, and that's all. That's the truth as to why King World attacked Shelly Carter's mother. So this is his platform, King World 2023. He's been doing videos. Miss Outlaw drops real missing child flyer debunking Shelly Carter's lies. So basically, he did it, and he's done multiple interviews with Shelly Carter's real mother. The mom proved that she did put out missing child alerts with the local authorities, meaning child protective services and the police. The mother did put out content saying that her child was missing. Because there's a lot of people saying, why is the mother just now coming forward? So King World's platform has allowed the mom to speak her truth and for her to say, I did not just start looking for my daughter now. I've been looking for my daughter for years. I have put out missing person flyers. I have contacted the local police, the court system, and child protective services to find my daughter over the years before now. So for those things, World has allowed the mother to speak her piece. And these are some of the videos that World has done over the past week, letting the mother speak her mind and supporting the mother. Okay, I just had to have a sip of water because my throat is getting dry, guys. Anyway, World has been giving the mother a platform to speak her mind. True, okay? However, he should not be the only YouTuber that's allowed to do so. This platform, Great Vibes, has also given a voice to LaRonda Outlaw. He's also been doing content that exposes the situation with Allie and Shelly. All right, so here are some screenshots from the comment section to see how the confusion actually took place. That King World dude is questionable. When I went to his comments, legitimately asking a question, he blocked me and asked for money in order for me to have that question answered. That is when I knew he was a money grabber. Someone else said, they put me in timeout every time I asked a question they didn't agree with. He and his mods are a trip, all while saying he respects people with a difference of opinion. So basically, you have people saying, this was 4 days ago, 3 days ago, before this whole breakdown in King World and the mom's relationship. People in the comments are saying when they ask a question, he blocks them and asks for money, right? And this other person is saying they did the same thing to me. They put me in timeout. Meanwhile, they keep saying they respect people with a difference of opinion. This is the problem with World and his Beam team. They're very good at attacking people. They are very good at silencing people. But they're not good at recognizing that something is wrong with their leader, world. They don't pick up that something is sick and twisted and demonic in his spirit. And the reason why is because they have the same spirit. The demon people are working together. Okay? They work together. Someone wrote a comment. They said, wow, Miss Outlaw using creators to get the information and do all the work and raise money because she can't be bothered to do it. She said the same plea to King World. Then once she got it, threw him under the bus. It took her 14 years to now want to save her child. Someone said, what did she do to World? So this is when they realized that World was attacking Allie's mom, her real biological mother. They started making comments saying some people were extremely against the mother. They just took World's word for it that the mother did something wrong. And some people were more like, I'm confused. I don't understand what's going on. Okay, somebody else said the mother, she wanted to start a GoFundMe account and hire a private investigator. And World and the Beam team were unsure as to why. He, as well as the Beam team, had put in so many countless hours of hard work, only to be made to feel as though they hadn't done enough. In my opinion, they done more in a couple of weeks for free than law enforcement has done in over a decade, especially with her still being on the missing persons list. Okay? So basically, this person is given the whole tea of what really happened. The reason why World turned against the mom is also not only because she gave an interview to another platform, but because the mother said she wanted to start a GoFundMe account and hire a private investigator. So World and the Beam team were unsure as to why. Listen, this is the point at which I start to lose my temper. Like, I feel like cursing so bad. Who the fuck is World and the Beam team to try to control this woman's ability to start a GoFundMe, to hire a lawyer and a private investigator to locate her own child? Do y'all see how stupid, dumb, and fucking retarded those people are that call themselves King World and the Beam team? How y'all gonna be mad at her because she wants to start a GoFundMe to get a lawyer and a private investigator? Why is that making them angry? Oh, right, because they're a bunch of predators. So they only see things from the perspective of how to be a predator and attack and hurt people. They don't see things from the perspective of how to find victims and reunite them with their families. Okay? But like I said earlier in this video, all of the characters in this story, Allie Carter, her mother, and her sister, they've all run to other predator platforms. They haven't, because they're running away from each other. Instead of them coming together, going to family therapy, working through their issues, because they all did something wrong. The mother was verbally and possibly physically abusive to her daughters, which is what ran them away from her. The daughters were not behaving the way the mother wanted them to. The mother said, go to school, get your education, get a good job, and live life that way. Them daughters, they were not doing that. They wanted to be out dealing with boys, according to the mother. They was being teenagers that were rebellious. Okay, so there's blame to be placed all the way around. No one's innocent, but they need to sort that out in family therapy. But they've all resorted to getting on the internet and aligning themselves with predators. Okay? That's why the situation is happening the way it is. Okay, it says here, King World is so frustrated and disappointed with Miss Outlaw. She sold him out. He helped her so much. Listen to his live. I feel for King World. LaRonda, which is Allie's biological mother, has spent her life thinking everyone has to respect her while being disrespectful herself. King World treated Miss Outlaw with so much love and respect. He gave her a safe place to speak her truth. All right. So you have all of these commenters now attacking the mother because World is wrongfully attacking the mother. They don't have their own mind to think it through. They're doing what World did. They're not getting the whole story before they jump to a conclusion. King World is frustrated and disappointed because Miss Outlaw sold him out. She sold him out because she did an interview on another platform. because she wants to do a GoFundMe to get a lawyer and a private investigator? All of this means that she sold world news out? No. The reason why these people are saying that is because that's what world news told them in the live that he deleted. He said that the mom told him to shut the fuck up and she sold him out. Those are lies. The woman is doing everything she can think of to try to get her daughter back home. Okay? It has nothing to do with World or Beam Team. And that's why they're mad. This is what happens when you're criminally insane. Your brain don't work right. Nobody's attacking World. He's the only one who gets on the internet and attacks people every single day. Look at his content that's not about Allie Carter. He attacks a lot of people. He's lost more than a dozen channels. For over the years, World has lost more than 20 channels because this is what he does. He's a sick demonic spirit. Somebody wrote a comment. They said, "I'm sorry, World, but you are wrong for this one. Miss Outlaw has always spoke highly of you and your pretend wife. World ain't married to nobody. He calls himself a god. He calls the woman he lives off of a goddess. He ain't married to that woman. Okay, he's not God and his woman is not a goddess. He only uses that language to brainwash the woman he lives off of so she keep paying his way and never holds him to account. Because if he wasn't using that language and she really thought about what does God say a husband is, she would realize that World is not. So he's calling her a wife and calling her goddess to brainwash her into paying his way. Anyway, the person says, this person is saying World is wrong. The person is saying when the mother was telling people to shut the fuck up, she was talking about the women on the panel, not you, World. I hope you are not dismissing this woman who has shared a vulnerable story with this platform. I think you may have jumped to conclusions too fast. No disrespect. Also, I hope you are not mad because she went on another platform. The big picture is to raise awareness to bring Tori, Allie Carter, home. All right. So this is the first person. Out of all of the screenshots that I showed you guys, this was the first person who really understood everything that happened. It was a miscommunication. And he jumped to conclusions, just like this person said. And the person pointed out the truth. You're making up all of these lies as to why you're mad, because you're really mad that she went on somebody else's platform. And like this person said, the big picture is to raise awareness to bring Tori home. So if King World really cared about bringing Tori home, he wouldn't have jumped to these conclusions and turned on the mother so quickly. He would have listened to the live and realized that they both was being very nice to him. And that the mother said she joined the live because they was talking bad about her daughter. So she got defensive. That's why she joined the live. The mother joined the live to tell him off. Like, hey, stop talking about my daughter like that. Okay? So the mother did not join the live to do anything wrong to World. World have no understanding of other people's emotions. Okay? Because he is a narcissist, a criminal, and a predator. He doesn't understand the mother has emotions. And he doesn't care. He doesn't have the capacity to care that the mother should do all of the platforms that she could possibly do in order to bring awareness to her daughter. The fact that he even thinks that the mother should only be on his platform is proof that he is sick and he don't care about helping people. Anyway, other people replied to this person who completely understood exactly what was going on. But she wrote this on King World's platform. So look at what type of cult King World is running on his platform. Look at these people's response. They said, you're right about a lot, but I also think about how we have seen how fast the mother takes away her love and respect when issues arise. Now that's true, okay? The mother has said a lot of harsh comments about Allie. The mother have got on World's platform. The mother have said, Allie, I'm gonna beat your ass. Allie, you know, when Keisha White went and did her interview with Official King Payne, the mother called her a bitch. Okay, so the mother gets on social media and uses very negative, harsh language. And the mother can't keep doing that. If the mother wants to reunite the family, she has to speak with love. You're a mother, okay? And listen, I have sympathy for the mother. She has 6 kids, and the fathers did not help her raise them. So she's overwhelmed. She's stressed out. That's why she's angry, okay? Anger is hurt. When people are angry, the truth is they're hurt. And I'm saying this as a mental health and substance abuse counselor. It's hurt. She's hurt. That's why she's using angry language. However, if it's true that because of her overwhelm, she was literally beating on and verbally abusing her kids when they were kids, the mom also has to be responsible for that. I'm not saying the mom is wrong. Listen, I never had kids. And this is exactly why I never had kids. No matter how much you do for them, if she was a good mother and she never hit them and she never cursed at them and she never yelled, the kids would still grow up and say, "Oh, I turned out bad because a mom did this and did that." That's how human nature is. People always blame their parents for why they are failures in life. That's why I never had kids. It's one of many reasons why I never had kids. Okay? Listen, I'm not dealing with that. You sit there, you go to work, you pay for everything, the kids tear up all your stuff you done paid for, and they still gonna talk bad about you. I'm not dealing with that. But I will say this from the perspective of a professional counselor, I don't care what the mother did. She was overwhelmed. However, the mother still has to be responsible and say, "I'm sorry, I love you." The mother has spent a lot of hours on social media using curse words and violent language towards her daughters. If the mother wants Allie to come home, she has to start to speak in a motherly, loving, nurturing tone. I believe the mother does care and she does love. I think she's just angry because she's overwhelmed. But until she taps into her motherly spirit, that's what's pushing her kids away. You can't, it's not their fault that you're overwhelmed. You need therapy. They need therapy. Y'all all need collective therapy. Everybody has to admit wrongdoing. Okay, I'm going to check the comments to see how you guys are doing. It says here, Chastity said facts. Brat said all these people are calling Allie mentally ill, but they're trying to profit off of her, and I think it's sick. You know, Brat, the interesting thing about your comment is that Shelly is giving Allie, according to Allie's biological sister, Keisha White, Shelly is giving Allie pills. That's making Allie a drug addict, and that's making Allie's emotions very weird. So if she wasn't mentally ill before she met Shelly, she is now because she's on prescription drugs that was not rightfully or legally prescribed to her. So that opens the question, being as Shelley was working in the field of child advocacy, that's how she met Allie as a counselor at Allie's school. Okay. So it opens up the question, does Shelley have a license to administer medication? Right? Now, if Shelley has a license, that means she's either a psychiatrist or a registered nurse. And that's how she's able to get prescription medication in order to administer the pills to Allie. But if Allie was never mentally ill to begin with, that only proves that Shelley is a very sick, demonic predator for issuing Allie pills that were not prescribed to her rightfully. Okay? So this is very sick. This is very scary. And this is very dark. Okay? The bottom line is Allie has to get away from Shelly so that Allie can be evaluated and brought to her right state of mind in a good state of health so that she can make the decision for herself to live independently of Shelly. All of the people that are involved in this situation are in the wrong to a different degree. Sunkiss says her license was revoked as a psych. Okay. All right. Even though her license was revoked, the fact that, Allie's biological sister, Keisha White, said that Shelly was kissing Allie in the mouth, watching her take baths, and administering her prescription medication, Shelley is still able to use her license as a psych, even if it was revoked. She's still getting her hands on prescription medication. People mention that there's footage of what's her name? There's footage of Allie and Shelley getting pulled over by the police out of the car that they live in, right? I didn't watch the footage, but I read the comments. They said in this footage, when the police pull them out of the car, Allie says to the cops, "Oh, my mom," or Shelley said to the cops, "My back hurts. I need my medication." So they admitted that they have prescription medication. And if you get pulled over by the cops and they make you get out of your car, the only reason why you would be quick to tell the cops, "Oh, my back hurts. I need my prescription," is because when the cops find the prescription, they could charge you with like unlawful possession of medication if it's like an opiate or like a controlled substance. So if she's saying she has medication for back pain, chances are it's a controlled substance that has opiates in it. If she's giving that to Allie, she's effectively making Allie a dope fiend, a heroin addict. All right? So this is why the situation is so scary, and this is what makes King World so wrong. Why are you mad at the mother for speaking on different platforms? The mother needs to tell everybody, "My daughter is possibly on drugs and being trafficked, and we need to find her and bring her home so she can get clean and sober." That's the issue. World should not be going against the mother. It just goes to show, and he has a history of taking illegal opiate drugs in his arrest records. World is Shelley. World is just like Shelley, a criminal-minded predator. So after World sees that Shelley's mom was on that live with the guy and he started raising hell in their live stream, here's World's community wall from his own page. He wrote, "I will be dropping all, and I repeat, all receipts when I go live." So he's threatening he's going to expose Shelley's mom, but he deleted the live. He said before that, "I definitely will not be online all day trying to help someone. Let me check on my family." World, you already spent weeks online all day, every day, talking to Allie's mom. Okay? So now that you already did it, you spent 40 hours a week or more talking to Allie's mother, biological mother. Now you're mad. This is all of the posts he made after he got off of the live show where Allie's mom was talking with the other YouTuber. Okay? So here's his anger he's showing on his community wall. He posted, "You want it to be one way, but it's that other way." No, World, this is the truth about you. You posted this to attack Allie's mom. You want it to be one way, but it's that other way. No, World, you want it to be your way. You want her to only interview with you. You want her to only believe that you can find Allie. She's been sitting with you, pouring her heart out for more than a week with you. Allie is not found. If she spent a week with you and now she wants to get a private investigator and a lawyer, why are you angry? Because you want it to be one way, but it's another way. Why are you attacking her? Talking about you're going to be dropping receipts and you're going live and you're not going to be on live all day online trying to help someone. Let me check on my family. World, you have police records and court records that you was not even paying child support? What are you talking about? For the past 10 to 12 years, you have not been checking on your family. You've been sitting on YouTube harassing Black women. If you would have went to school or got a trade or something to become profitable and have enough money to support yourself, you would not have to live with women that you're not attracted to. You wouldn't have to get on the internet and blackmail other women that you're not attracted to send you money. And you wouldn't be worried about what was going on with Allie Carter and her mother. You would be working. Someone messaged me earlier today, even after I knew all the stuff was going on. They said, "Well, I'm reaching out because King World attacked Miss Alma last night because she went on another channel associated with World News called Great Vibes on 10. She came on towards the end of the stream to address some women on his panel. And when World found out she was on there, he had a fit. He started his own stream and reprimanded, attacked, lied, and slandered her to rally people to help. Oh, he was really upset because she was on another channel to rally people to help. He is a demon, and I feel so bad for her. He secluded and convinced her not to answer any other content creators for interviews because they are not trustworthy, taking advantage that she is not familiar with social media or YouTube and now has left her out to dry. I wish she would have researched him first before working with him. I really want to help him get off of YouTube, but I don't know the first step. YouTube may not know he's back on either. I think they can do voice analysis somehow. Is there a way we may be able to help Miss Outlaw? She has already been crying and said she hasn't slept for days. World deleted his video attacking her, but here is the link. All right. So obviously I've cut out all identifying information on this message because I would never put anybody out there. All right. But the bottom line is this person messaged me because she recognized World News attacked Miss Outlaw last night. It was 2:00 a.m. this morning. So that was about, I don't know, hours ago. It wasn't even yesterday. It wasn't even last night. And the person realizes that World needs to be off of social media. He's a predator. He have no good reason to attack this woman. It's just he have a demonic spirit. Okay? He started his own stream, reprimanded, attacked, and lied and slandered her. So all of the information he gathered on the woman, he used against her. And then he deleted the live because he was 100% wrong. How sick do you have to be that you don't even hear the whole conversation? He's been on YouTube for more than 10 years. That's enough time to know you need to listen to the full story before you jump to conclusions. Right? He wants to have free speech, but he don't want other people to have free speech. He thinks he should control other people's free speech. That's why he's been arrested 91 times. He is criminally minded. This is a sick man who can't even use his brain cells to get a job and provide for himself. If you can't even provide for yourself, why are you on the internet worried about what's going on with other people? If you can't even pay child support for your own kids, why are you on the internet worried about what's going on with other people's kids? And this is the reason why he doesn't have the capacity to care about Allie Carter being brought home. All he cares about is his own ego. And that's the reason why they say criminals are dumb. His mind is extremely small. It's tiny. It's miniature. His capacity to think things through is non-existent. But he gets on the internet and talks about other people every day, all day. Some of his videos are 10 and 11 hours long. And all he's doing is slandering other people. Somebody, a man who don't have a job, who don't have his own place, who don't have his own car, who has multiple kids that he's not paying child support for, but he's on here talking about other people's family. I made a playlist, Allie Carter Exposed. Who is Allie Carter? I'll link it in the description box below. I basically showed you the first video that World did interviewing the mom. And right below that, I showed you the video that I did exposing World News over a year ago. His criminal record, the women on YouTube that he's harassed, stalked, doxed, and released their nude pictures on YouTube because they stopped sending him money. How his Beam Team attacked me. The people he calls Beam Team, including World, including Kulu. They said, bitch, you're going to get your ass whooped. Okay? That's how they threatened me for exposing World. Ain't nobody whoop my ass, and ain't nobody going to whoop my ass because I work for God and they work for the devil. These are a bunch of devil worshiping demonic spirits. Who can't see through him? You are a spiritual retard if you can't tell that he's a whole demon. I made another playlist. King World News Exposed. 173 videos. These are videos by other YouTubers, not me. He's been on YouTube for the past 10 years. More than 173 videos. There's more than it was like 220 videos exposing him on YouTube. I put 173 of them in this playlist. That's all different YouTubers exposing what a demonic spirit he is. Career criminal, professional predator. Okay? You see, he's been on YouTube for 11 years, harassing, terrorizing, surviving world news, domestic violence awareness. This video was posted 4 years ago. 4-minute video. This woman explains how world news beat her up and how he's a drug addict and she was dating him and she's embarrassed about it. This video, King World Tutorials, is where he explains. This video was posted 2 years ago. This is King World explaining how he knows how to hack into people's computers and cell phones and stuff like that. This video explains victims that tell their stories of how they have to get police reports on world news since they've been on YouTube. They posted their videos 1 year ago, 1 year ago. All right. So just a year ago, 2 women and myself is a third woman who had to get police paperwork put on world news because he harasses, stalks, and docks Black women. All right. So when you check out the playlist, World News Exposed, there's a whole list of behavior of world news being disrespectful, how the Beam Team stalks people, how Divine said world news hacked into her computer. He did that on Bigo, a whole nother app outside of YouTube. So all of the evil, wicked behavior he do on YouTube, he does on other platforms. That's why I tell y'all, share my content, especially my playlist exposing world news on YouTube, Bigo, Instagram, TikTok, because he's on all of these platforms. So who knows how many people he's harassing on other platforms, especially young women. All right. King World had the nerve to say, somebody said to him, they giving him praise for how he was covering Ali's mom before he turned on her. So he says, now you see, I have a channel theme too, but I'm not an evil person. They respond to him, clearly you're not an evil person. He is an evil person. How the hell do you have 173 videos by other YouTubers that's not me exposing that you're evil and wicked? You are a sick demon devil. I'm so happy to know that you're going to burn in hell because you've done nothing for your whole life besides be a demonic spirit. I am so happy to know that you are just wood for the fire, world. That's all you are. And you have the nerve to call yourself the god of content and call your woman that you're using to live off of a goddess. Ain't neither one of y'all done no miracles. You're not God and your woman is not a goddess. You're going to burn in hell. And I'm so happy about that. I want to stand up right now and dance and stomp and sing and praise God that I know for a fact that you're going to burn in hell, you stupid fucking idiot. Go on YouTube and look up people who had near-death experiences that went to hell. There's a lot of them on YouTube. All right? I've had near-death experiences too, and both times I went to heaven, and I made videos about them. My first video and like my third or fourth video, I told y'all I died. I had 2 near-death experiences. I had a rapture dream, and I had a near-death experience. I went to heaven. A person like World, go watch the near-death experiences on YouTube of people that went to hell. It's real. It's fire. The demons come and grab people and they screaming and yelling and torturing them. And that's why World don't have nothing. He have to live off of women because he's a bum. He's already in hell. Anyway, this is some of the stuff people that's online predators do. Stalk, dox, hack. They get into people's finances. They post it on social media. Oh, look, the person is in debt. They go through people's email accounts, their social media accounts. They release their names, their addresses, their phone numbers, nude pictures. They tell you where the people work at, where they in the hospital. World have done all of these things to Black women on YouTube. He have, even to men. He found out where some guys' kids went to school. He posted it on his page. And that person has been scared of World ever since. That man who World revealed where his children go to school have been kissing World's butt ever since. He's scared of them. So he feel like he have to go over there and be nice to them because they know where his kids go to school. He can't be angry with them because they will keep stalking him. World and the Beam Team, especially Kulu, they're the ones who got Jaguar Wright arrested a year ago. And now a whole year later, they trying to get Jaguar Wright arrested again. For what? Because she stole a moving truck. She took a moving truck from Texas to Louisiana. Okay. Right. But is that a violent crime? No. Okay, that's not something to get somebody arrested for. Like, this is petty. It's not that like serious. If they was stalking and doxing like predators and pedophiles and men who beat up women or missing women and children, I would be all for it. I would donate to them if that's what they were doing with their time. But the Beam team picks on innocent, soft target black women who can't fight them back. They're just bullies, predators, and demonic spirits. All right. So Allie Carter's mother, when she first started to interact with World, she was writing in his comment section, King World, help me get my daughter out of that van from the predator Shelly. Her name is not Allie Carter. How are you still calling her by this name? After I spoke with you yesterday for hours, her name is Tori. I need to get my daughter away from this predator Shelly. You said you were going to help me. This is not helping me get a hold of my daughter. All right. So the same way that Allie's mom wound up coming across World News platform is the same way she wound up coming across the platform of the Great Vibes guy. She was just scrolling social media. She sees people talking bad about her daughter. She's like, listen, I'm her mom. Don't keep talking bad about my daughter. Interview me, give me the opportunity to explain the full story, and then help me to locate my daughter and bring her back home. So basically, I'm just trying to prove to you guys the same exact way that the mother found World is the same exact way she found the platform that she spoke on that made World turn against her. She's scrolling social media looking for her daughter. She has done nothing to be attacked. The mother said to World, this is why I don't care to speak to any of you people, because from what it looks like to me, you all just want to report a story and you could care less about my daughter. So World finally replied to her in his own comment section. He said, oh, wow, okay. And then he sent her this link. And the link is to a video that shows his contact information. So basically he's telling her, email me here or Instagram DM me, so I can help you. So basically World was doing the same thing that the mother was complaining about on the other platforms. Don't get on YouTube and start calling my daughter stupid and ugly and all type of mean, harsh words. Actually help me find her, because that's what's most important. Don't just slander, okay? Actually do something productive. That's what the mother was saying to World. The mother says to King World, I can care less about what is posted on social media. I need to get my daughter, Tori Outlaw, away from this predator by the name of Rochelle Hawk, going by Shelly Carter. Are you going to help me or continue to live stream speaking on all of these videos? So he replied to the mother. He said, I waited for you to contact me on IG. You do remember, right? All right. So once again, I'm just showing you proof that the mother has been going on, different people's YouTube to try to figure out who's really going to help and who's really about helping as opposed to who's really just about talking. All right. So the mother have every right to ask these questions. So somewhere along the line, she talked to World for a couple of hours and he convinced her that he really wants to help. Someone said, King, I'm so glad you're exposing Shelly. Now everyone will know the truth. Thank you. And she's saying respect or whatever. So the mother says, thank you. I need to get my daughter Tori out of that van from that predator, Rochelle Hawks, and get her into a hospital so she can get better. I'm asking you all to please help me to do just that. Help me bring my daughter home, please. So the mother has been putting comments in different YouTubers who've been covering her daughter in their comment section. She's been doing that on purpose. She's reaching out to anybody and everybody. Okay, this is proof that the mother is reaching out to the general public for help, not just World. So the question is, why does World think that the mother should only talk to him? All right, this is sickness. This is about solving a problem. It's not about one person. Allie Carter responds to her real mother, calling her a creature, not a woman. And this is the problem I feel that the mother needs to work on. You can't get on social media calling your daughter bitches, creatures, saying that you want to beat their ass, all this type of stuff, and think they want to come home to you. You need to work through your anger in therapy, communicate to your daughters with love, patch up your relationships with them through therapy, and they will be willing to come home with you. You're not going to accomplish it by showing that you have a spirit that's just like world news spirit. Hateful, angry, demonic, yelling and cursing, can't control your temper. If that's how you are, you're not going to get your daughters to come back home to you. It says, comment says, King World and the Beam team are done with Miss Outlaw. Sorry, Miss Outlaw, but you're on your own now. Why? Because she did an interview with another platform? That's not a good reason to dump her. So King World and the Beam team, they're in a cult because they don't know right from wrong. They don't have the ability to think things through. Whatever King World says, the Beam team going to go with, and their audience is also going to go with. That's a cult. Nobody's thinking this through. King is wrong. 100% wrong. But the fact that they blindly go along with him being wrong, it just goes to show that they're sick in the head too. And that's a cult. When you have one leader who can't be challenged. And that's what they have with the Beam team in King World. He's not a king of nothing. He can't even pay for his own way through life. Why are y'all calling him a king? Why are y'all sitting there listening to everything he say like it's true when it's not? He got up on his platform and lied on Miss Outlaw. She has a daughter who needs to be brought home, and they completely don't care about that. All they care about is that King World feelings is hurt. That's a cult. Someone else said, now she cares about people talking down about her daughter. She's been on World page degrading her with him like a child herself. And that's what decreases the mother's credibility. The mother has shown that she have a spirit that's just like King World's spirit. Hateful, angry, cursing, yelling, threatening, violence. You know, you got to get out of that nasty, dirty spirit that you're in order to get your daughter back. And World is not the platform for that. And here's what's crazy. On the platform that World actually started to turn against Miss Outlaw on, before he joined the live, she was saying, God sent me to World News. I feel that God told me to go to World News. And I'm listening to her say this stuff, and I'm like, this lady is crazy. World News is the biggest demonic spirit I've ever seen on social media, but she thinks God told her to go to World News. The only reason you was attracted to World News, Miss Outlaw, is because according to your other daughter, Keisha White, you are also a physically abusive and verbally abusive parent. So in that way, you and World News have the same spirit. Until y'all overcome that toxic spirit, you're going to beat people up for not listening to you, even when you're wrong. Until y'all overcome that spirit, y'all is just working for the devil. And you're not going to know it until it's too late. And you burn in hell for the rest of eternity when your body dies. Once again, go on YouTube, look up near-death experiences of people that went to hell. One of the main words that come down to why people go to hell is unforgiveness. A lot of people have done me wrong in life. I forgive them. It took time. Some people it was quick. Some people it took more time. I forgave them. I got into a lot of arguments with other YouTubers. I apologized to them. Why? Because it's more important for me to forgive. If I would sit there and tell y'all the whole story, y'all would tell me, oh, don't forgive. They wrong. They did you wrong. It's true. People did me wrong. I still apologize to them. Why? Because it's more important for me to have a clean spirit. That's why. I don't have no feelings of ill will towards nobody. I wish you all health. I wish you all healing. I wish you all love. I wish you all peace. I wish you all prosperity. Even the people I'm talking about in this video. World News, I wish you mental health, peace, love, and prosperity. Miss Outlaw, I wish you health, love, peace, and prosperity. Tori Outlaw, Shelly Carter, I wish you love, peace, health, and prosperity. I don't got no beef with nobody because your decisions that you make on life is what's going to determine if your life is good or bad. And then when you die, it's going to determine whether you go to heaven or hell. It have nothing to do with me. So I don't have to wish you evil. You doing evil on yourself because you're wicked and evil. That's it. And that's all. If your life is all fucked up, it's because you're wicked and evil, period. Work out, how you're wicked and evil and stop being wicked and evil, and your life will stop being fucked up. That's how it works. All right. Some people are saying maybe now people will see why 3 of her kids are estranged, why she has no relationship with her family. I said from the jump there was nothing right about her. So again, because now World is attacking Allie's mother, his comment section is automatically attacking the mother. They don't have the full story. Just like World didn't have the full story when he started attacking the mother. You see, this is a hive mind. People believe in people and they go with people and they have no common sense to do no investigation to figure out what's going on for themselves before they jump to a conclusion. Somebody says, well, from the way she talked, meaning Allie's biological mother, you could tell that her idea of parenting is yelling, shaming, and acting as a military general towards her children. Discipline is one thing, but her way, that's not love. I'm not saying she doesn't love them, but she has no idea how to show love. And as I was listening to her while yelling and calling them names, my thought was she is even worse at home. No wonder her daughters don't want anything to do with her. All right. So some people is just going along with World attacking the mother because they just believe anything World says is true, even though he's a criminal and has no expertise in no area of life. Some people agree with World because they don't like the way the mother presents herself. She's cursing, yelling, and threatening her kids at the same time, telling them to come home. It don't work like that. Nobody, especially not if they're adults, no adult is coming home to a person that's cursing them out. All right. So there's fault around all the way around. All right, guys. So basically, I had just took screenshots of all of these different comments to prove the point that I've made multiple times throughout this video. I don't like repeating myself. I'm just showing you guys the proof that it's not just my opinion, but it's public opinion. So you guys can take time to read this for yourselves. And they basically saying that, you know, the mom needs to take responsibility for being angry and putting out a lot of negativity as well. And somebody from World News subscribers told him, I hope you can take me off of soft ban. I asked if Miss Outlaw, if she apologized, if you would accept it. I didn't know the full extent of the offense. My apologies. So basically, somebody went on World News platform when he was basically losing his temper and cursing out Allie's mom. And they tried to tell him, if she apologizes, would you accept it? And he basically blocked them. So they're saying, can you take me off of the soft ban? All right. So even somebody saying in the world, if she apologized to you, would you accept it? He blocked it. And that's what I was about to say a minute ago, and I lost my train of thought. My understanding is that if you can't forgive nobody, then when your body dies, your spirit will go to hell because you refuse to forgive. World News have been arrested 91 times. A lot of those arrests of him armed robbery, beating up on women, taking illicit illegal drugs. If he can't forgive nobody, that means that he don't deserve to be forgiven. So the fact that he will block people for saying, what if she apologizes to you? Would you forgive her? He blocked that. That means that you won't be forgiven for all of your crimes, World. How can you have no forgiveness in your heart for such a small, petty thing with all of the horrific, demonic things that you've done to other people? Someone wrote in World's comment section, someone please explain why World and Miss Outlaw got into it. Like, what made her disrespect World and how did World respond? Because he made a live and deleted it. So somebody was saying, why would you get the public involved in this whole situation, World, and then hide whatever happened between you and Miss Outlaw? Something is not right. And they basically saying, you've been broadcasting everything that's happening. Now, all of a sudden, you want to make stuff private? Tell us the truth. We want to know what's going on. Someone else said, she mentioned something about hiring a private investigator. My heart sank because to me, you and the team was on it, especially by her still being listed as a missing person. So again, you have all of these black women in world news comment section. Call himself King World now. He used to call himself World News for years, for most of the years before now. You have black women who keep making excuses for his horrific, demonic, predatory behavior. They trying to say it's okay for him to be mad at the mother because she wanted to hire a private investigator. Why would that make your heart sink? If you really cared about her getting Allie Carter home, her hiring a private investigator should make you happy and excited. She's been talking to y'all at the Beam Team for over a week. They have not located her child. That's more than enough time to go and pursue other methods. These people are sick. All right. Again, people attacking Miss Outlaw, saying that she sold King World out because she want to start a GoFundMe to get a lawyer and a private investigator. King World treated Miss Outlaw with so much love and respect. He gave her a safe place to speak her truth. He took her under his wing and stayed awake night and day to help her from his heart. All right. So if you looking for your missing child, you spend a whole week every day and every night talking to this one person, you still have not found your child. That's fair enough to say you're going to go find other methods to find your child. All of these people who can't put two and two together, that the mother has every right to spread the message out wide and far, it goes to show that they're sick and brainwashed by a sick demonic spirit that calls itself King World. Anyway, so here's more comments from people saying that they feel like King World is right and the mother flip-flopped on him. Somebody says, no, 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 she told you to shut the fuck up. That was a lie. Okay, so that's how you know King World lied to his platform. Black women, okay, and other women, I don't know if she's black or white, but you see his women mostly who's coddling and helping and consoling world news, even though he's 100% wrong. She did not tell him to shut the fuck up. He made up that lie to justify his anger because she went on somebody else's platform. Somebody else replied to her. They said she was referring to some people in the chat. She told them, if you're not going to help me, shut the fuck up. And that's when World News came in the chat and said, oh, she's saying I'm not helping her and she's telling me to shut the fuck up. No, she was talking to random people. All right, guys. So this is exhausting. I got all of these screenshots. Matter of fact, let me go through it slowly. For people who watch this on the replay, I'm going to go through these screenshots a little bit slower so you can pause your screen and you can read them if you want to. But the reason why I took all of these screenshots is not to be redundant, but to prove the point to you that I was making in the video. Because if I would have just got on this video and made a 10-minute video and said, World News is attacking Allie Carter's real mother because she spoke on another platform and said that she wanted to get a private investigator and a lawyer, and she wants people who's not helping her to shut the fuck up. And he turned on her just because of that. People would be telling me I'm lying. I'm just hating on World News. I took all of these screenshots of all of these comments and all of that stuff to prove to you what happened in real time, that it was happening, how he went and manipulated his audience to believe him when he's a liar, and how some people is believing in him for the wrong reasons, and some people themselves, and some people don't care because the mother herself has been so harsh and mean and negative to her own kids in her own, in her own language. The mother has said such mean things that people don't care about the mother. So it's a combination of things that's going on. I'm gonna check the comments real quick, see how you guys are doing. Let's see. Right. Yeah, you guys are on it. You guys are making sense. Shout out to Chastity. Shout out to Sunkissed Melanin. Shout out to the Brat. Shout out to Long Gone. Shout out to Sherry Lynn. Shout out to Chastity Love. IVC, Shelley isn't a psychologist and doesn't have a license to write scripts for meds. IVC, it seems that Shelley is a professional and she does, because they have prescription meds and Shelley is giving them to Allie. It's been confirmed by Allie's biological sister, as well as when Allie and Shelly got stopped by the police in real time, they went live and they mentioned that they had prescription drugs in the car. So some way, somehow, Shelly does have access to prescription medication, and that's pretty scary because prescription meds can be the equivalent of cocaine and heroin. Jackie Loves Life said it's like he planned to turn on her. Jackie, that's his personality. He's a sick, demonic, professional criminal. Anybody that's been arrested 91 times doesn't have the mental capacity, that we have in normal society as people that went to school, go to work, get a job, you know what I mean? Pay bills, you know? Sherry said, thank you, Leilani. I'm in shock. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is all very crazy. I exposed him over a year ago. This is all very crazy. It is very shocking. I wish this stuff was not happening. And I wish I didn't have to speak on it because it bothers me. But at the same time, somebody has to come out here and say something because most of the people, like I said, everybody, the mom, Miss Outlaw, Allie Carter, and her sister, Keisha White, they've all gone to platforms of people that's evil and wicked, period. These people don't care about God. And that's the reason why they all in on this madness. Goddess on 10 says, why are you lying on Great Vibes? I watched this is the only time I ever watched Great Vibes live show ever was 2 o'clock this morning. Like I said, I was asleep. I woke up. I couldn't go back to sleep. I started scrolling YouTube. I seen his live. I clicked on it. He said out of his own mouth he don't believe in God because the mother kept saying she puts all her faith in Jesus. And he said, well, I don't believe in God, but I'll send you good energy. Okay. I don't know why you think I'm lying on Great Vibes because he said he don't believe in God. But this is the problem with people like in the comment section, people that's like believe in YouTubers like Great Vibes and World News. These people obviously don't believe in God. They tell you straight up they don't believe in God and you still support them and you would attack me. So my platform, my name is Leilani for God. If you don't believe in God, you can just exit my platform. I didn't lie on Great Vibes. He said himself he don't believe in God. That's why I mentioned it because that's why all this stuff is happening. Great Vibes is a good guy. I didn't say he was a bad guy. I just said that you're not going to get nothing accomplished without God. Thank you, Long On. I never said nothing bad about Great Vibes. He said it himself. You can go listen to the live. Lachey says Miss Outlaw is wrong too. Lachey, I agree with you. I believe the mom needs to go to therapy to deal with the fact that she was overwhelmed. And maybe that's why she was mean to her kids. Everybody needs therapy. You know, I don't think it's like, you know, Sherry said, grown or not, you don't talk to your kids like that. I agree. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's right. I used to work with kids, and when their moms would come pick them up after school, like the parents would pick up the kids, the moms they would already be angry. They would be like, "Get your hat, get your gloves, get your coat, get your book bag." They like the kid would run up to them to hug them because you see your parent come pick you up. They would just run over to them and hug them. The parents start screaming at them, get your hat, get your coat, get your gloves." I'm like, oh my goodness, damn. You already screaming at the kid before they even got home. But again, it's because the mother is left to raise the kids by herself. The father is not involved. The mother have to go to work. She gotta the work, the labor, the waking up early, make breakfast, put the lunch together, get the kid dressed, brush their teeth, comb their hair, take them to school, pick them up. And you got to work a full-time work and the father is not doing none of that. You doing all that by yourself. It's stressful. So that's why I can't just pick on the mother. If she had the full support of the father, spending days with the kid to relieve the mother of her duties and is sharing that burden of the everyday, all day work that it take to raise a kid, that would be a different story. But you want the mother to raise all the kids by herself and work full time and don't expect her to have no breakdowns? That don't make no sense. Why nobody holding the men accountable? What happened to Tori started in the home? Ivy C. Ivy, okay, let's go with, okay, Ivy, I'm not going to dispute you because according to Keisha White interview, what happened to Allie Carter did start in the home with her biological mother. According to Keisha White, which is a daughter, another daughter of the biological mom, Allie Carter's biological sister, she said the mother was verbally and physically abusive in the home. Okay. However, let's look at this now. Now that Allie Carter is with Shelly Carter, has Allie Carter turned out to be a fully functioning human being? Allie lives in a car with Shelly. Allie is about to turn 31 years old. She don't have no job. She doesn't have a career or a trade or a skill that could really secure her as an adult that has to pay her own rent and bills. So if Allie has stayed with her mother, she may have been abused in some ways. However, being with Shelly, she's potentially on hardcore prescription drugs. All right. So if Shelly is giving Allie her back pain medication, that's the equivalent of getting Allie hooked on. So I can understand people saying whatever's wrong with Allie started off in her home with her real mom, her biological mom. But what's going on with her now with Shelly is worse. Now she's potentially on drugs. Now she have no job, no way to provide for herself. Now, according to her sister, Shelly is kissing Allie in the mouth and watching her take baths and doesn't let Allie out of her sight. That's worse than what her mother was doing to her. So if you're going to say that what happened with the mom was bad, you have to acknowledge that what's happening with Shelly is worse. Empress Key said, I've watched Allie years ago. She showed a lot of CPS reports affiliated with her 3 months old and 4 years old having to do with sexual trauma. Empress Key, also CPS fired Shelly from her job and acknowledged that Shelly was a predator over Allie. So if we're going to talk about reports, we also have to acknowledge the reports that have come out about Shelly. They're worse than the reports that have come out about mom. People love to see a tragedy. That's true. If it wasn't for that, people would definitely be like, you know, not they wouldn't care. If this is so bad, like the fact that the reason why Allie Carter got famous on YouTube, went viral, is because she used a lot of celebrity names. The only reason why people care is because of the celebrity names. If you notice, pay attention. The people that go viral on social media, either they are very sick and cringy, or they are celebrity adjacent. They are related to a celebrity in some form or fashion, right? And that's why people are attracted to them. If Allie didn't use all of those A-list celebrity names and say that she was Tupac's daughter, if she took all of that out of her story, we would have never heard of Allie Carter. Sunkissed Melanin says someone is supplying them off the street. When it comes to people being addicted to illicit drugs, that does happen. And people are saying that's the reason why that Shelly has Allie telling all of these lies. Because people are saying Allie is telling stories about things that happened many, many years ago, like children being underground in bunkers or whatever, in tunnels. These are things that have been revealed by other truth tellers on social media for the past since the 60s and even in the 80s. When I first joined YouTube years ago, this is what people were talking about. They were talking about psyops and conspiracy theories. A lot of that stuff, almost all of it, has been scrubbed off of YouTube. When I try to go back and look for videos that I watched, they're gone. They deleted all them channels and all of that. Especially during the pandemic, they cracked down real hard on conspiracy theorists and deleted their content and stuff like that. So basically, being that Shelly is so much older than Allie, she's able to remember all of the old people that brought up conspiracy theories about Hollywood. And she's the one giving Allie the script to say, oh, look, say this, say there's tunnels, say there's kids in the tunnels, say this, say that. Because Shelly is old enough to have done the research on all the conspiracy theories. to tell Allie what to say so that Allie's story sound believable. Allie is not the first person to say any of the things that she's saying on social media. Every single thing that Allie have said happened to her can easily be researched that have been revealed by other people on social media. People have written books saying that they were sex trafficked by high level elites and politicians before Allie was born. Okay? So just because Allie is saying things that sound true don't mean that it is true. For Allie to say she suffered all of this celebrity abuse when she was between the age of 3 months old and 10 years old, but the mother, her biological mother, has pictures to show that Allie was with her in her home in her custody between the ages of 3 months and 10 years old, proves that Allie was not sex trafficked during those ages. So the mother has been able to show proof Allie was safe at home with her. Allie did not leave her home until Allie was about 16 years old. And from that point, Allie went with Shelly. Allie's been with Shelly since she's 16 years old. Allie went from her mother's house to Shelly's car. So the only person who could possibly be trafficking Allie is Shelly. And the only people who could possibly be trafficking Allie is Allie's army, because they are the ones who support Allie and Shelly. Send them money, give them cars, give them places to stay, and keep this nonsense going. After all of these years, why isn't Allie's army saying, we haven't rescued not one kid? We haven't found not one kid. Because Allie's army is a cult. It's a bunch of people who believe in Allie. And the reason why people believe in Allie is the same reason why people believe in Jesus, is because they want somebody else to die for their sins. None of these people want to do the work that it takes to locate these kids themselves. None of these people are donating to people who have provenly successfully rescued kids. They're not. They're giving their time and attention to people who's just been talking for years. Why? Because they want Allie to die on social media for this cause. They don't want to actually put themselves out on the line to fight for this cause. That's why I only believe in God. God said nobody's going to get saved except through me. People want to believe in Jesus because they want Jesus to die for their sins. That's not how it works. If you live as a demon, you're going to die as a demon. Jesus can't fix that. Okay? It says Miss Outlaw is not a sympathetic person. I think Miss Outlaw does need some type of therapy and counseling, and they all do. Thank you, Long Gone. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Long Gone, it says here, celebrate their 20th super chat on a live stream. So Long Gone, it seems like, I don't know, YouTube gave me a prompt that's telling me to celebrate that this is your 20th super chat on a live stream. So, okay, thank you. Long Gone. Thank you for supporting my channel. I really appreciate you. And I thank you for your support. Okay. I'm just scrolling real quick through the comments to see who I can respond to real quick. Some things I don't know everything. I'm only responding to things that I have some type of insight on. Okay, some of you guys' comments are being held for review. If your comments are blocked or held for review, it's not by me. I have not blocked anybody or anybody in this comment section. If y'all been talking crazy and trolling, I've not blocked you. If you've been blocked in my comment section, it's because YouTube algorithm is blocking you. So that means you probably being really bad. Long Gone says, yes, Shelly won't allow her out of her sight. That's the scary part. This is why we need to actually this is why we need to care about Allie, right? It's not our problem. Bad things happen every day. People get killed and raped and robbed every day, right? We need to pay attention because what's happening with Allie is a pattern. It's not a pattern of necessarily Shelly. It's a pattern of predators. If we can understand what's happening with Allie and Shelly, we can understand what's happening with other people who's going through the same situation. And we could recognize the signs and symbols. What is a predator? What is a victim? What is a solution? You know, if we can understand this, we will understand other situations that are just like it. Honestly, everything that's happening with Ali and Shelly happened before with another cult that I was following on YouTube for a long time. They went on for like 6 years. And a lot of people on social media made content about them. And World News, he used to be World News back then. He also stalked, doxed, and harassed other YouTubers who were reporting on the last cult that came around. But here's what I'm trying to say. The words that have come out of Ali Carter's biological mother's mouth, Miss Outlaw, is the same exact words that came out of the mouth of another mother of a daughter who was being sex trafficked. Everything Miss Outlaw is saying is the same as another mother who went through the same thing with a different cult. So this is why we need to understand all of the dynamics. Because once you understand one, you will understand them all. And we will be quicker to stop it. The last guy, he operated for like 6 years on social media, sex trafficking women, black women. And now he's in jail for the rest of his life. So if we can understand this, then we could really help people. All right, guys, I'm kind of tired now. Again, I just want to say that the platform Too Strong, I believe, is the right platform to handle Ali Carter's mom. They said that they can locate Ali. That's what the mom says she wants to do, locate her. They also said that they know of maybe other people on social media that can help her with a lawyer and a private investigator. So she doesn't need to do a GoFundMe for that. So these are the reasons why World News have turned on her. So if she goes over to the Too Strong, the number two in the word strong platform, they're Christians just like her. I'm an Israelite personally, but I'm just saying, Ali's mom is a Christian. They're Christians. They can help her, and they could be professional, and they can have common sense and be calm and rational. And they've also been honest about Shelly being a handler who's preying on Ali, and they sympathize with the mother. So the mother has a win-win situation with the Too Strong platform. I really want to advocate that the mother goes on to the Too Strong platform. I want that to happen. I feel like that's the best possible outcome for this. Okay. Now, basically, everybody needs to believe in God. God is the one who put your soul in your body. When you change your relationship to actually focus on God, that's when things become clear to you. The last thing I want to say before I end this video is that deep underground military bases are is a conspiracy theory that children are being trafficked by the deep state and are being held in secret military bases underground. Conspiracy theorists believe earthquakes are caused by members of the military freeing children from these bases and arresting members of the deep state. The reason I'm bringing this up is because Ali keeps saying nobody's talking about the children. Nobody's rescuing the children. That's a lie. I found out about deep underground military bases during the pandemic. That's when I started to learn about this. And the military was putting explosives in deep underground military bases and blowing them up in order to prevent traffickers from moving humans and children through them. So the work to rescue trafficked children has been going on. There is real law enforcement, real military, real people doing this. Okay. Even Donald Trump said that he was going to empower the military to keep doing this, to shut down the deep state. According to Donald Trump, the deep state is the Democratic Party. According to Donald Trump, those are the people that's doing the high level trafficking of children. People say Donald Trump did all this stuff. He's in court. He did all his crimes against adult women or whatever. So I get it. It's not right. However, he's the only high level politician that have said that he want to bring it into the trafficking of children. So I'm not saying forgive him for assaulting adult women, but we also have to recognize that if he said he's going to put an end to the assault of children, we need to at least hold him accountable to that. I'm not saying worship nobody but God, but if people come out their mouth and say they know this is happening and they're going to put it into it, that's the people we need to hold accountable. Okay. Ali Carter can't do shit about no kids being trafficked. Neither can Shelly. And obviously neither can World News, King World, whatever he want to call himself. Okay. If y'all want to know on YouTube that the military has been rescuing kids, then you can just look up DUMBs, deep underground military bases. You could also look up children rescued from sex trafficking. Here's a whole bunch of articles that I found on YouTube. about people talking about rescuing trafficked kids. Even the Joe Rogan, who's considered the most successful podcast on YouTube, he talked about it. What's going on with child trafficking and why doesn't it get news coverage? I will say this, the main reason it don't get news coverage is because you can't reveal the kid's identity. You can't say, oh, this kid, that kid. I mean, they could talk about it vaguely and block the names and the ages and stuff, but the truth is, if you go on YouTube and you look up children rescued from trafficking, you're going to find a lot of articles. So there are people rescuing kids from trafficking, okay? This idea that Allie is trying to perpetuate, that she's the only one, and these people who's listening to her and believing her, they don't have a mind of their own to do quick research, okay? So we have to take this out of Allie's hands, separate Allie from Shelly, and see what common sense Allie can talk when she's not on drugs. Again, the reason why all of this mess is happening with all of the people involved is because people don't believe in God. If you live by the 10 Commandments, you will have so much discernment that you would never believe somebody like King World. You would never believe somebody like Shelley. You would never believe somebody like Allie Carter. Just talking on social media. You will have some discernment to say, let me question this. Let me do some research. Let me get the backstory. Let me see what's going on. The reason why people are falling into all of these traps is because they don't love God and they don't observe the 10 Commandments. And I'm saying that for everybody involved, not just one or two. Everybody involved is in a state. Anybody who's in a state of chaos and confusion is because they don't have a relationship with God. It starts with living by the 10 Commandments, and then you can actually hear God talking to you. God talks to all of us even when we're sinning. God always talking to us all the time. We don't hear it, and we don't respect it, and we don't obey it because we live in sin. But if you make a personal choice, you know what, God, I'm a sinner. I want to turn my life around to live for you because you put my soul in my body. And that's the most amazing, most magical, most miraculous gift that anybody could ever give me in life. It don't matter how bad your parents were. It don't matter what bad things happen to you in life. Nobody have ever done more for you than God. Come into your relationship with God, you be able to see life clearly and you make better decisions. The reason why all these people making bad decisions, Allie, her mother, her sister, run into all of these predatory YouTuber content platforms is because they don't have a relationship with God. So that's why they run into predators instead of running to healing and treatment to fix themselves. And so they could fix their relationship with each other. And that's the real solution to this problem. Thank everybody for watching. Please like the video, share, subscribe, support. You can send super chats, super stickers. You can cash at me. You can PayPal me. Leilani for God at YouTube. I'm sorry, at Gmail. You can join my YouTube memberships. And I will continue to update the story as I continue to find information. Thank everybody for supporting my platform thus far. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay close to God so you can stay blessed and you will not have these problems. I promise you that. All right, stay blessed.